When you first come across the KTM RC 390-2026, it doesn't try to hide what it is, and honestly, that's part of its charm. Because this bike feels like it was built with a very clear purpose in mind, to give riders a sharp, focused, and genuinely fun experience without overwhelming them, and for riders in the US, especially those who enjoy lightweight sport bikes or are stepping into the performance segment, the RC 390 continues to hold a very unique position, because it's not about massive horsepower numbers, it's about how efficiently it delivers what it has, and the moment you see the bike in person, the aggressive styling stands out right away, with those sharp lines, aerodynamic fairings, and that signature KTM attitude that makes it look fast even when it's parked, and once you get on it, the riding position feels sporty but still manageable. It leans you forward just enough to give you that connected feel with the front end, but it doesn't punish you during longer rides, which is something a lot of riders in the US will appreciate, especially if they're mixing city riding with weekend fun on twisty roads. And when you fire it up, the single-cylinder engine has a character of its own. It's not trying to sound like a bigger bike, but it has this raw, mechanical feel that makes the experience more engaging. And as you start riding, you quickly realize that this bike is all about precision. The throttle response is crisp, the power delivery is linear, and everything feels predictable, which makes it incredibly confidence-inspiring, especially if you're pushing your limits a bit, and once you hit some corners, that's where the RC 390 really starts to shine, because the lightweight chassis and sharp geometry make it feel incredibly agile. It drops into corners effortlessly, holds its line with confidence, and gives you feedback that makes you feel in control at all times. And that kind of handling is what makes this bike so much fun, because you don't need extreme speeds to enjoy it. You can actually ride it hard without constantly worrying about getting into trouble, and the suspension setup does a great job balancing comfort and performance. It's firm enough to keep things tight when you're riding aggressively, but still forgiving enough for everyday roads. And then you have the braking system, which feels strong and predictable, giving you the confidence to push a little harder knowing the bike will respond exactly how you expect. And KTM has also made sure the electronics package keeps up with modern expectations, with features like traction control, riding modes, and a clean digital display that gives you everything you need without overcomplicating things. And that's really the key here. The bike feels modern, but not overwhelming. It supports the rider rather than taking over the experience, and visually, the 2026 version feels a bit more refined, with subtle updates that make it look sharper and more premium, without losing that raw KTM identity. And for riders in the US who want a sport bike that's exciting but still approachable, the RC 390 continues to be one of the smartest choices out there, because it teaches you how to ride better, it rewards good technique, and it keeps you engaged without demanding too much. And by the time you spend a full day with it, you start to realize that this bike isn't about chasing numbers or impressing people at a stoplight. It's about enjoying every single corner, every throttle input, and every moment on the road. And that's something not every bike manages to deliver, which is why the KTM RC 390-2026 still feels like a bike that truly understands what riders actually want.